Good afternoon, all. Hope y'all are doing well and having a great Friday. I'm coming to you with a check-in video just to kind of give you some things to consider as you enter this last unit, Unit 5 for our class. I'm going to talk a little bit about the content. I'm going to talk a little bit about some due dates, some extra credit opportunities, and a few other things that you'll want to keep in mind as you head into the upcoming week. I know that it's been a very busy time this last week and really the last couple of weeks trying to get everything in, but we are really close to the finish line, which is both good, but it's also a little scary for all of us, especially including me, because I'm trying to go through and give you all thoughtful comments and feedback on your assignments, which are, as a whole, really, really great. So for this upcoming unit, Unit 5, you're going to be focusing on literature after 1945. So again, we started somewhat early in the class with early American literature, or some of the more early-ish American literature, and now we're making our way to more of really modern and touching on some postmodern literature. Some of the authors we're going to be looking at, Flannery O'Connor, James Baldwin, again, very influential writers. Toni Morrison, by far in this particular unit, my favorite. She's truly one of the best writers, period, in any area of literature, in the literary world, in my opinion. You'll be reading recitative, and I hope that you find that to be a really powerful piece. I always find it to be that way. You're going to be looking at Sylvia Plath, Don DeLillo. You'll be reading a section from one of his texts. Don DeLillo is a really interesting postmodern writer, has a lot of really interesting, complex things that he's always trying to do within his literature. His most famous text is White Noise. I've read it several times. Truly great text. Hope that you enjoy the selection you'll have from it. Donald Bartholomew and Leslie Marmon Silko. She is, again, another really great postmodern writer. So again, you're going to be looking at a lot of different authors and different pieces within this unit, but I think that's fantastic. It's a really good way to end this course and give you kind of a slice of what American literature kind of is today, and what has founded a lot of the more modern texts and modern authors that we know really well. We've looked at some that, of course, through maybe your middle school, high school experiences. These are ones, though, that you maybe encountered in high school, or you maybe even encountered elsewhere in your college studies. But I really hope that you enjoy this last unit. I'm hoping it'll be a terrific one for you. All right, so going toward what is due for this unit. Look at my sticky note. So for Unit 5, you'll have your quiz. The quiz is due July 7th by 11:59. Just make sure to go in and take it. The discussion board is going to be due on July 10th by 11:59. So you'll have a couple of days between the quiz and the discussion board, like you have had throughout the rest of the course. For the last discussion board, again, make sure to read the prompts. Just like the other ones, you'll have different options for every author. So if there's one author that really resonated with you and really spoke to you in a powerful way, choose that question and respond thoughtfully. Make sure to keep in mind the word count. For this last set of discussion boards for Unit 4, which I just finished grading about an hour or so ago, you all did a fantastic job with word length, with word count, and I really appreciate that. So just make sure to keep that in mind for Unit 5. For your response paper, it's going to be your response paper number 2. That is due on July 16th, and that is due by 11:59. Make sure to read those instructions really carefully. You'll be given different prompts like you did for the first response paper. And what I would encourage you for this response paper, keep in mind all the feedback I've been giving to you. On the first response paper, on the discussion boards, both related to how you're addressing your content, how you're structuring your content, and then, of course, the grammar and punctuation and all those other smaller things that do factor into making sure you produce the best writing possible. So make sure to keep in mind that due date. If you have any questions about any of these assignments, let me know. I'll do what I can to help you out. A couple of other things to keep in mind. Extra credit. There is extra credit for this last unit, and it is going to specifically deal with Toni Morrison. Again, she's my favorite in this unit. It's hard to pick a favorite in this unit, but she is my favorite. And there's a really thoughtful exercise that I hope you all will take advantage of. It is worth up to 5 points on the last response paper. And keep in mind that last response paper, this will be the only extra credit assignment you receive. So please make sure to take advantage of it. It is actually going to be posted right down here. Once I post this video, it'll be available to you in the announcement with a link to that discussion board. You can go check it out. And the due date is, of course, in the discussion post where the instructions are. Also, another thing I want you to keep in mind, as we are hurtling toward the end of the class, one of the things that I have to do is I have to set a date by which a final date by which I will accept late work. Most of you have done a really good job of keeping up with the work. A few of you have missed some things along the way, which is fine. But to give you an opportunity to get caught up, what I always like to do with any of my online classes is let you know the last date that I will accept anything late. And that date is going to be July 17th. If you are missing something and you turn it into me before or on July 17th, I will accept it and I will grade it with, of course, the minus 10-point deduction for it being late. If I receive anything after July 17th, I will not grade it. Again, this is for any of the late quizzes, any late discussion boards, anything that has happened prior to that point. So again, that is in our calendar for the course. It will pop up and give you a reminder, but just make sure to keep that date in mind as you move forward. Again, it's not applicable to all of you, but it is applicable to some. So do keep that kind of in the forefront of your mind. And the last thing I want to mention to you. So next week, I will not be here in my house in Georgia. I will be actually at the beach in St. Simons, just spending a little bit of time with my family because of all the pandemic stuff and other things that are going on right now. My wife, my daughter, and I are looking to just have a little bit of time away, just to kind of get away from the walls of our house where we've pretty much been since March. Now, with that being said, even though I'm going on vacation and I won't be doing my UWG work, I am still here for you. I'm taking a laptop with me. I'll be checking an email every day. I'll be doing a little bit of grading. I do still have your scholarly article reviews that I need to start grading, and I will in the next few days. So you'll be hearing from me. I may even post a video. I'll be available to you. So don't think that because I'm going on vacation, I'm not available to you throughout the course of next week. I will be. Just reach out to me. Let me know what you need. That's the beauty of teaching an online class and taking an online class for all of you. You can kind of be anywhere and still make sure things get done. All right. So if you need anything as we're heading into this last unit for the class, and then of course working on final assignments in the next few weeks, reach out to me, let me know. I will have office hours available next Friday, and I'll be there to help you out with anything that you might need. Okay. Take care. Get some rest. Again, this is a tiring part of the semester. Anytime I teach an 8-week class, this is the time when I get tired, and I know you all are there as well. Keep moving forward, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care.